In this video, we'll be looking at a word problem. The problem states, when Alan's money is tripled, Raj's money is doubled, and Samantha spends $40 of her money, each will have the same amount of money. If their original money was $315, how much did Alan have initially? Okay, so this is a complex word problem which they ask in Aptitude. Now let's look at the data which they have given. It states that Alan's money gets tripled, Raj's money gets doubled, and Samantha spends $40. So this is all the things which happen, and we have the final case in which they all have the same amount of money. Now usually when we have two initial and final cases, we'll start with the initial case and then we'll go to the final case. But in this case, it's easier to start with the final case and go back to the initial case. So in the final case, Alan, Raj and Samantha have the same amount of money. I'll be drawing it in the form of a model so that you can visualize it better. All three of them have the same amount of money. We don't know what the total amount is, neither we know the individual amounts of money. Now, let's just have this as X. So Alan has X, Raj has X, and Samantha has X. Now we have to work backwards. This is the final condition. We have to work backwards to look at the initial condition. What happens is, from the initial to the final, Alan's money gets tripled. So if it gets tripled and he has this after tripling, then initially he must have had only 1/3 of X. He would have had this much. So Alan would have had X by 3. What about Raj? Raj's money gets doubled. So initially he must have had only half X, X by 2. Samantha on the other hand spends $40 of her money to come to this condition. So she must have had $40 extra initially. The total amount, now we have reached the initial condition. This is the initial case, and initially the total amount that they had was $350. So Samantha would have had X plus 40. Now these are the initial conditions. The reason why we go back to the initial condition is because we know the total amount. We only know the total initial amount. We don't know the final amount. So we need some number to work with. Okay, after this it gets easy. We know that the sum of all of this will be 315. So we have X by 3 plus X by 2 plus X plus 40, which gives 315. You can take common denominator 6. This will give 2x plus 3x plus 6x plus 40. This will be 11x by 6. We'll bring 40 over to this side. It will be 275. Now to find x will be 6 by 11 into 275, which will give 25 into 6, and that is 150. Okay, so now we know that the amount of X is 150. The question wants to see how much money Alan had initially. So Alan initially only had X by 3. So that will be X by 3, which is 150 by 3, and that gives 50. Now we can see that such a problem can be solved easily if you represent the amounts with a diagram. That way it's easy for you to go back to the initial condition. Thank you.